Yeah. Oh, wow. Hello, friends. Welcome today. Today, I want to make a video. Before then, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Chuks Ignatius Okoro. I'm an inventor, a teacher, and a psychic. Today, I want to talk on a controversial topic within Christendom. At the end of my teaching, the gullible will be able to understand the topic tithes. In the Bible, the first and only place you see the law of tithe. Universally, we recognize that the law is a standard practice of an event. The law of tithe is basically written in Deuteronomy chapter 14 from verse 22. The topic there, you will see the law of tithe. You will not see the law of tithe any other place tithe was mentioned in the Bible. Only in Deuteronomy 14 from verse 22. There are many other places where tithe are mentioned. Malachi chapter 3 from verse 6. The topic there concerns tithe is the payment of tithe. Malachi is not a lawgiver. Whereas Moses is the first prophet, Malachi the last prophet, which continued to preach the teachings of the first prophet, which is Moses. Now, before we proceed, first, let us look at the Bible. I want you to listen very well for you to be able to understand. At the end of this reading, short reading, I am going to discuss, out of inspiration, the reason for tithe. Okay, let me go to the Bible. Here in the Bible, I have Deuteronomy from verse chapter 14 from verse 22. Set aside a tithe. Okay, I have to actually say the heading. The heading is the law of tithe. That is Deuteronomy 14 from verse 22. The law of tithe. They set aside a tithe, a tenth of all that your field yield each year. Then go to one place where the Lord your God has chosen to be worshipped, and there, in his presence, eat the tithe of your corn, your wine, olive oil, sheep. Do this so that you may know that I'm the Lord your God. If the place of worship is too far from your home for you to carry there the tithes of your produce that the Lord has blessed you with, then do this. Sell your produce and take the money with you to the one place of worship. Spend it on whatever you desire. Beef, lamb, wine, and there in his presence of the Lord, you and your family are to eat and enjoy yourselves. Please note, it says, from verse 27, it says, do not neglect the Levites. Here, the Levites represent the pastors who live in your towns. They have no property of their own. At the end of the 3rd year, bring the tithe of all your crops and store it in your towns. Please also note this word, store it in your towns. This food is for the Levites. That is the pastors, since they own no property. And for the foreigners, these are the beggars, the orphans, and the widows who live in your towns. They are to come and get all they need. Do this, and the Lord your God shall bless you in everything you do. Now, it continues. I want you to continue, but here I have summarized the purpose of tithe, or the law of tithe, according to who brought it in Christendom. The law of tithe. Let me emphasize here that even before Moses wrote this Deuteronomy, where he explained tithe, where he brought the law about tithe, tithe has existed before Moses. Abraham paid tithe to Melchizedek. Yes. But at this point, the Lord, the God of creation, met Moses, which is only person who God has talked to and who brought down law. At this time, from this time, a law how tithe will be done was established. There were laws of Moses even before Moses brought the law, but the law brought by Moses overshadows and overwhelms or replaces the law of Moses, because this is the law of God as given by Moses. Now, Moses was the lawgiver who brought this law from God, and Moses lived as the first prophet. If you move to Malachi chapter 3 verse 6, you will then read the preaching of Malachi as regards tithe. Malachi came as the last prophet for over 2,000 years after Moses, and he wrote. Now the topic on this, Malachi 3 from verse 6, the topic here is the payment of tithe. It's not the law of tithe. He was only preaching the payment. Now let me read. He said, I am the Lord, I do not change. I am the Lord, I do not change. And so you, the descendants of Jacob, are not yet completely lost. You, like your ancestors before you, please note, you, like your ancestors before you, have turned away from my laws. Please note, have turned away from my laws. He's talking about the law we have just finished reading before here. Now he said, continued, and have not kept them, the law Moses brought. Turn back to me, and I will turn back to you. But you ask, what must we do to turn back to you? I ask you, is it right for a person to cheat God? Of course not. Yet you are cheating me. How? You ask, in the matter of tithes and offering, a curse is on all of you, because the whole nation is cheating me. Bring the full amount of your tithe to the temple, the one place of worship where Moses has preached, so that there will be plenty of food there. The food is emphasizing food, not money. And this food we have to discuss. And so you put me to test, and I will shower you with blessings. Now, this takes care of the Bible. Let me put the Bible away. I'm not going to read it, but let me teach it. Now, I want you to note, number one, that Moses brought the law. Number two, that Malachi was preaching, that just like their ancestors, they are no more obeying the law. He said, you, like your ancestors, are no more obeying the laws of our forefathers. You, like your ancestors, are no more obeying the laws of our forefathers. This is the teaching of Malachi. Their forefathers, Moses, the law Moses brought is what he's preaching. And he said, bring the full amount of your tithe to the storehouse or to the temple. Now, remember that Moses taught that you must take your tithe to one place of worship, which is the temple, the church. He said, if Moses had taught us that, if the place is far, he said, sell everything you have, put the money in your pocket. When you get there, buy anything your heart so desire, and there eat the tithe of your fruit, your corn, your olive oil, and all. He said, on the third year, you do it first year, second year. On the third year, he said, invite the orphans, the foreigners, the widows, and others. And he said, always invite the believers, which are the pastors. A circle of tithe, if you go back to read up to Deuteronomy 15, 1 and 2, you see the full level of tithe. The circle of tithe is 7 years. If you complete it, he said, I will shower blessing from heaven. Because, okay, let me leave that aside. And because I will discuss that when I'm discussing the purpose of tithe as inspired by God. Now, you go back to Malachi. Malachi did say there's tithes and there are offerings. Offerings are actually meant for the church, and there are many types of offering. If you have a baby, you go Thanksgiving, you make your offerings to the church. If you have promotions, you go to church and do Thanksgiving, you make your offerings to the church. If any good thing happens to you whatsoever, after successful burial, after good health, after new baby, and whatever, there are many types of offerings. You go to the church and give offering. These offerings are meant for the upkeep of the church, the workers in the church, the maintenance of furniture in the church, maintenance, building of more churches, and so on. But tithe is actually meant for the poor, not for the pastor, not for the church. Now, you that wants to argue, before you argue on my teaching, go back, read Deuteronomy 14, start from verse 22 to the end of 14, go to chapter 15 and read down to 15, 1, 2, and 3. That is a cycle of 7 years which you do tithe. And God has said, if you do this, I will open the doors of heaven to shower you with blessings. Let me even digress a little before I come back. Do you know why some nations, most especially advanced nations, like United States of America, will want you to stay 5 years before you get their green card? By the time you stay 5 years, you are part and parcel of America. You are part and parcel of American credit system, American life. And then, if you don't commit crime within that time, they find you worthy to have their green card. Now, if a man, a woman, a creation of God, decides to do tithes honestly for 7 years, it becomes a habit. And God said, I'm going to bless you. Because if you do it, that means you are able to give and give and give. Although the simple reason the Bible told us for purpose of tithe is for us to know that He is God, our Creator, our Lord, is in Deuteronomy 14, verse 23, from 23. The reasons why we must do tithe from verse 22. Okay, now I want to discuss what is really the inspiration about tithe. Christendom are supposed to be the people that will shape the peace of the world. the peace of the world, the peace of individuals, the peace of families, the peace of countries, and the peace of the nations. How? Just imagine where we have thousands and thousands and thousands of churches spread across a particular, let me use Nigeria as a test case. Imagine where everybody does tithe in the church and invite the poor, provide food and clothing and whatever, so that any person that is hungry will just walk in. Let us discuss it so that you understand what tithe is all about. If a church has, there are big churches that have thousands of people, then let us just say a small church somewhere, an average church has 1,000 members who attend churches. Let me use Catholic for example, 3,000. If you go to Sunday Mass in the Catholic, you will see first Mass, second Mass, third Mass, and so on. And if you calculate the number of people that come to church that particular day, they get to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. Now let us say that the people who work, who are qualified for tithe, to do tithe, who earn income, most of these people that come that register their listing are not children, they are adults. If we have 365 days in a year, if there are 3,600, now divide 3,600 by 365. What do you get? You get about 100. Sorry, you get about 10. 365 divided by 3,650. You get 10. What it brings us is that if the members of those church should register the way it should be properly organized and contributions properly organized because of the nature of our work today, so that every member will choose a particular day in a year to do his tithe, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, no, just choose one day. And once one day is filled by 3 people, assuming there are 3,000 something in a particular church, 3 people take in a particular, that the next person must choose another day. They might choose to one day. And probably the church organizes a saving culture where somebody will be depositing, if you are working, your 10% deposited there anytime 3 days before your tithe offering. You come to the church, they organize, you make your orders, they supply, and it can always be organized. But my point here is that every day 3 people in that church will cook from their savings 10% of 1 year, and now cook. They will partake in the food. The pastors and reverends and whatever will partake in the food. The beggars will partake. You may not cook food alone. You may buy clothing. Is it second-hand clothing, new clothing, according to your heart and according to the amount? And now give these people. These people will come in. Anybody from anywhere that face is hungry, just walk into any church. Remember, I'm analyzing only one church. There are thousands of churches. In my area alone, we have more than 20 of it. What it means is that if I'm hungry, I just walk into any one of them and eat and go. No one will stop me. If this happens, do you know the impact? What will happen to crime? Most crime are out of severe hunger. Crime will reduce by 99% because no one will say, I don't have food to eat. They must find one place, just walk in, get satisfied. If you want clothing, just walk in, decide where they are sharing clothing, they give you, you go home. Even me as a big man or an average man or just somebody who finds food might decide to just walk in and eat with the poor if I'm invited by the person who is doing the tithe. But this tithe is actually meant for the people, the foreigners, or whatever which you call the beggars, and so on. The purpose of tithe will be for equity in the society, for the strong to assist the weak. There have always been argument of pastors. I was someone who is saying, if you don't give to the church, I'm not listening. I want all pastors who are collecting tithes to look back and think and know that there must be a day of judgment. There's much in offering to collect. Leave tithe alone. But I must have to emphasize that I am not surprised that most of these people target tithe. The reason is only obvious, because that is only all type of offering that is measured in percentage, a tenth. Offering is just whatever you like, but a tithe you are compelled to bring 10%. That is the motivation of those who pursue, who seek to take this tithe, who seek to steal this tithe. And they come out calling themselves men of God. Oh, I have not seen any so-called man of God who directed the followers to go to Deuteronomy to read the law of tithes. All of them will mention Malachi, who is preaching the law brought by their forefathers, which is Moses. That tells me that they know what they are doing. I advise today and from today that pastors should begin to teach their congregation the truth about tithe by referring them to the Bible. I'm not saying referring them to my own teaching today. No, refer them to the Bible. Refer them to Deuteronomy 14 from verse 22. Let them see the law of tithe so that they know the law as the way God wants it and not the way you, the pastor, wants it. And then you teach them the Malachi. What is Malachi is preaching about? Malachi, a prophet, preaching about the laws kept by their forefathers. All these, both Malachi and Moses, are all in Old Testament. So you have no reason, there's no confusion about it. Moses brought the law, taught us the law, over thousands of years. The children of God forgot the teaching of Moses, and we are doing other things without doing tithe anymore. No helping of the poor anymore. No remembering of God as the creator anymore in the true sense of it. And Malachi as a prophet was shouting and saying to them, you, like your ancestors, are no more obeying the laws of our forefathers. Gentlemen, I have to take a leave. The last word is please, and please, and please. Go back and teach your congregation the right thing about tithe. It's not supposed to be a controversy. Thank you.